Hi guys, I'm Shruti Mahant. We are here to watch the 15th episode of season 15 of Supernatural. It's called Gimme Shelter and it's directed by Matt Cohen, and we are reacting to it. So let's go into it straight away.
We're playing a big game here. God, you've been a busy boy. Extinguishing galaxies, wiping the slate clean. I told you, Dean, this is your destiny. You are the messengers of God's destruction.
You gave me what I needed most. I want to do the same for you.
Well,
Is Mary coming back?
I have the next step.
Where are you going, brother?
We have house rules about being clean to eat here.
Yes, we have rules.
I think that's Dr.
We're also that
Zach.
spirit too, right?
I think he hit his head hard. That's kind of creepy.
Hey, Connor.
That's really creepy.
Dean's not wrong. And look, this case, maybe you can help. All right, well, you guys go highway to heaven, that bitch.
I'll get my suit. We wear matching ties.
Yeah. Blue's a good color on you.
It is. I'm not completely
Great,
sure
we found it.
what is being it.
Which one did I talk to on the phone?
Agent Swift. And this is Agent Lovato, FBI.
And the feel long Lovato? Look greener than Baby Yoda.
He's a very smart, very pale young man. I just graduated from CSI.
Uh-huh. Well, we're standing in what I call the trap zone. The victim was first attacked here.
Did anybody find any tiny bags with chicken bones inside? Anyone smell any sulfur or feel cold?
I don't, look, none of that. But there was a message. The kid, Connor, someone wrote the word liar on his body. Sort of carved it in.
I see.
Whoever did this worked him over good. Cut off each finger, one by one. Shoved it down his throat. And we found this.
Marvelous Marvin, the talking teddy. I have one. For my stepson, Ronald.
Good, that's
Right.
not.
Well, the toy, it's got a speaker in it. And we found another one in a fake rock over there.
How strange.
Gets stranger. We caught this off of one of the security cameras across the street.
Is that a mask?
I think someone's seen too many bad slasher flicks.
This is all very horrific. Almost demonic.
So he's gonna summon.
Well, if this is a demon,
to a
I need
fairy.
answers.
What are you doing?
I'm looking up Connor online. Like Sam always says, when in doubt, try social media.
Oh, yeah. I did
Yeah,
that
you get a
once.
lot from social media.
There were so many cat photos. It was just... There were too many cats. Someone should be here.
It says I need a parent or guardian's permission to join.
You have my permission.
I have his permission.
Sorry, lads. Shop's closed. No more deals. We don't want to make a deal. Do tell. So, how can Zach be of service?
Why is he talking like that?
I don't know. Because Zach has style.
I don't think he does.
Who killed that boy in the alley downtown?
Was it a demon? Was it you?
No, and... Wait, are angels solving people crimes now? Well, like Highway to Heaven, but with murder or something? Because I would watch that show.
Right. If you didn't do it, do you know who did?
No. I admire the work, but it's got nothing to do with us. Some wacko. Humans, am I right?
So no one made a deal.
Yeah, no one's making deals. Like, at all. Rowena has a hard people will end up where they belong philosophy. It can be nice, less quotas. But, like, look at me. A crossroads demon who can't bring in a deal? Like, what even am I?
You're a deviant soul corrupted by hell.
Well, yeah, yes. But I mean more in, like, a work-life balance sense.
Okay. We should go.
No, wait. I could help. Do you need a driver or... Come on, I'm bored out of my mind. No, guys.
Sam was right. It's not a monster.
Well, he was half right. Sometimes humans can be the worst kind of monsters.
Yeah, it's kind of not our thing. I guess we should just go back to the bunker and do nothing while we wait for Sam and Dean.
No, we're gonna stay. We can help.
Good morale boost for Jack. The Seven Sins are involved. I don't know if the demons of the Seven Sins are involved. So the last one was probably greed, but what kind of sin would be the first one? I'm not completely sure. Let's see.
We gotta set her up for her own death. And Billy called us messengers of God's destruction, okay? Do you think that was what? Gonna be easy? Bloodless? Mm-mm. We knew there was gonna be a catch.
Is Dean internalizing it
This is time
to
to
the
start
point
doing it.
that he doesn't want to do it, so he wants to do it without thinking about it?
That was a moving
That makes sense.
testimony. We all feel Connor's absence in our heart right now.
Hello. Where can I find the Kool-Aid?
Excuse me?
What?
I'm sorry, I mean, I want to join. To help. My name's Jack.
Watch over your child. Bless him with your grace, your love, and your guidance. Amen. Thank you, Pastor.
It's very ironic in this season. No. That's an elaborate form of capture slash closure, I believe. Green, yeah. I was right about that. She's taped to a bomb? Yeah. That seems more like a spirit. The thing that's taped to her hand is not
You guys
boat,
hot?
it's a screw. She's gonna stab herself.
What? I have eyes.
I'm all done with the paperwork. Now what?
Next. We used to give out Bibles, but we stopped.
That's a good thing.
What I said earlier about Connor,
Excuse me. Years ago. Sort of. More like we watched a lot of old movies together.
Oh, she feels
We were kids.
guilty, maybe? Or just nostalgic?
He was always there for me.
I lost someone too. My mother.
Yeah? My mom died 3 years ago. Now it's just me and Pastor
Well,
Joe.
his did too.
The pastor is your father.
He's a better preacher than he is a dad, but yeah.
Well, I have more dads than most,
No.
and I always just feel like I'm letting all of them down.
I've been there. You're sweet, Jack.
Yeah, he is.
Put your trust in God,
No, don't do that.
not people.
They were a bit more hardcore back then. Chalked everything that happened up to God's will, never seemed to realize that God just doesn't care. I was going to say that we all have to take care of each other. Right.
Isn't that the same thing?
Both runs. Both runs.
I think we can do better than that.
She's right there.
Miss me?
Is she doing it? Why don't you make it snow?
You headed somewhere fun?
Well, we were headed to you, actually. How'd you find us?
I smelled you from 2 states over. You have a very distinctive musk.
Thank you.
And I got wind of your friend Castiel's angelic APB. I knew you were looking for me.
Yeah. We wanted to talk.
First, lunch.
Pierogies.
You're hungry, I'm hungry. I like new earthly experiences, and I have never had a Pennsylvania pierogi.
She's not the amount that they remember, especially Dean. Time is running out. As in the song. Oh, 3 hours for each.
Jesus. Allah. Yahweh, Buddha. Krishna. Gaia. The 4 winds. God, you go by so many names. But it doesn't matter what we call you. It matters how we live. Come be among us as we provide for those less fortunate. And please help us in welcoming our newest friend, Jack.
Hello.
Hello
It's
again.
custom here that someone give testimony during prayer. Jack, as the newest member of Patchwork, I invite you to share your journey.
It's not a good idea.
I rediscovered who I am.
It's amazing how Cass is able to use his own experience to provide therapy to Jack. They are quite similar.
Each of us a fingerprint to use to lift each other up.
A finger for him to. Oh, no. Oh, damn it. Don't say
Who could have done this?
I don't know. I do.
You see me sitting across from you. You see a woman. You see Chuck is a squirrely weirdo. But you can't imagine what we really are. We came into existence together. We are the same.
The former death. He told us you were the firstborn.
Or he told you what you needed to hear.
Yeah, I've always wondered.
Chuck and I were
She not know
twins.
death.
Creation and destruction light and dark balance. And when we split apart, all this was created.
The Big Bang?
They were the Big Bang?
When you split, so when he threw you in the cage, when he betrayed you, when he trapped you for an eternity.
You can't play on that. Not with me. Maybe I'm a fool, but I believe caging me hurt him deeply. And I know for me to do that to him would be an agony. I'm sorry. I can't help you.
She's become more pessimistic. She wanted to recreate the world as a paradise, and now she thinks that it's gonna all end and
Brother,
not do anything.
Rudy left the congregation, the pastor said. It was amicable, but maybe that was a bad lie. Yeah, maybe. He was good with computers, so...
Who is that?
He's dead a long time.
Well, maybe it's for the better.
How?
What's going on? What are you doing? Hey, here, I'm gonna ask her something. Why?
I told you, Dean. He's my...
No. Why did you bring her back? You said that you wanted to show me something. That you wanted to teach me something. I don't know if you were following along with your little experiment. It came to a not so happy ending. My mom was dead. So what exactly did you want to show me? What was the point?
I wanted two things for you, Dean. I wanted you to see that your mother was just a person. That the myth you'd held on to for so long of a better life, a life where she lived, was just that, a myth. I wanted you to see that the real, complicated Mary was better than your childhood dream because she was real. But now it's always better than then. That you could finally start to accept your life.
And the second thing?
I thought having her back would release you. But that fire out. Your anger. But I guess we both know I failed at that.
Oh, she could
You're
feel.
damn right. Look at you. Just another cosmic dick rigging the game. You're just like your brother.
It was a gift, Dean, not a trial.
I'm not angry, Amara. I'm furious. To know that all my life I've been nothing but a hamster in a wheel, stuck in a story. And you know whose fault that is? Chuck's. And it ain't just me. We're all trapped. Sam and Cass and Jack and even you. And you want to talk about the people that he's killing?
Stop.
Why? He's not stopping. And you're doing nothing to stop it. Think he gives a rat's ass about you?
Yeah, I think that's.
Well, now I was living in a dream world.
That's the thing. She can't let go of him.
Can I trust you?
I would never hurt you.
That's true.
And I'll think about it.
Your dad's freaking out. Did he call the police? No. The FBI guys told him not to. But I posted something about it, and my feed is going bananas.
What is she?
So many frowny faces. This is so crazy. Can you believe it? I believe.
Whoa!
You never did.
Easy. Just hold on. Call 911.
She's here. It's Sylvia, the storage room.
Excuse me. You're gonna be okay. Jack, follow him. Let me.
Oh, dear God.
She's doing the killing and he is
Let me help
covering.
you.
Like you helped Mom.
Your mother was sick. She wouldn't even go to the doctor. She said, put your trust in God.
And he called her home. And you made fun of her for that.
Oh, I didn't.
You changed everything. Those people in there, they don't worship God. They worship you.
Please don't do this.
Let him go. I know you're in pain. I can feel it. Just let me help you.
Everyone's trying to help me. Who are you? You're nothing. You're just a scared little boy trying to make your daddies happy.
That's not.
What?
Don't hurt her!
Oh.
Go get the police.
Go!
Yeah, that's. What the hell of a healing power? That's a lot of healing. He's healing up bones.
Hey, Jack. When Pastor Joe asked you to speak, you were struggling. Was it something you were afraid to say? You know what you're doing? You're shouldering a great burden. You don't have to do it alone.
Yes, I do. I've been lying to you.
Lying about what?
I'm gonna die.
What?
When I killed Chuck and Amora, I'll die too.
What?
Billy's spell's been turning me into some kind of bomb, and when I go off, God and Amora will cease to exist.
Sorry, technical difficulties. I had to wait for 20 minutes to charge the battery. Anyways.
And survive. Don't tell Sam and Dean.
Oh yeah, why not?
They won't understand. I know. This is the only way they'll ever forgive me.
No.
No.
I watched you die once and I will not do it again.
Well, he watched you die twice, actually.
It's not your choice.
That's... No!
There you are.
Now I'm thinking if Cass tells them about his deal or about Jack's fate, I guess.
Hey, where you going? Where's Jack?
He's in his room. We got back, we didn't want to wake you up.
Nah, I wasn't asleep. How'd the case go?
Not well.
Oh, it went. Solved it, saved some people. Lamara?
Yeah, we got her. I think she's on board.
Good.
She's not on
Wait,
board.
what's happening? Where are you going?
Going to look for another way. I have to.
What the hell are you talking about?
Dean. In case something goes wrong, and I don't make it back, there's something you and Sam need to know.
Where is he going? I thought he was gonna tell them about his deal. Now I think he's gonna tell them about what's gonna happen to Jack. I think so. Where is he going? I knew I was gonna be stressed out watching this episode. But it still took me by surprise exactly how much it stresses me out because it threw things at me I wasn't expecting. Which is something that I should expect. The unexpected with this show, but apparently even after 15 seasons I haven't gotten used to it. Let's see the next promo. I'm being so dramatic.
When I was a kid, I saw it. I had nightmares for the longest time.
I think she's back.
I want to stop it for good this time. We need to figure out what she is. I've seen this movie before.
Oh man. That's not gonna go good. Nothing is gonna go good now! By the way, Matt did an amazing job directing this episode. Amazing. He did so well that I was so pulled into it, I actually forgot that he was the one directing once the episode started. I'm obviously gonna have to watch it again completely to comprehend everything and especially be able to appreciate all the creative things he did with his direction, especially camera angles and stuff. Not camera angles, but some of the shots that he's taken are very interesting, and I'm gonna have to see them again to grasp the brilliance in it because he was amazing in it. I was hoping Gimme Shelter, the song, would actually be in the episode, and I was hoping even more so that it would be in Emily Swallow's voice somehow because she's sung that song in the past before. That means the same thing. In 2017, I believe, at an SNS, and she did an amazing job with it. And since she was in this episode, I was hoping the song would somehow make it into the episode as well in her voice, like Fare Thee Well did for Rob in was the episode Don't Call Me Shirley in 2000, not 2000, in season 11, 2016. For a little over 4 years ago. So anyways, a lot of the kind of similar things to that episode are happening in this episode, where instead of Chuck, Amara is coming to realizations that she's not comfortable with. That was so, oh man, I'm not even, it's gonna take me a long time to wrap my head around everything that's happened. First of all, the Dean and Amara storyline, that was just amazing. The conversation they had between just Dean and Amara on that table when Sam was sitting in the car, and he asked her why he brought Mary back. She brought Mary back for him. That entire scene was I think my favorite scene in the entire episode. I'm obviously going off the cuff here. I'm again gonna have to think about that. I think Jack and Cass's scene in his truck while returning from the case, that was also one of the big ones, very hard-hitting ones. Jack is gonna die. Now I'm convinced that Billy is playing them. She is trying to take out all of the most powerful beings, Chuck, Amara, and Jack, so she can take over. I'm pretty sure. It will solve the problem they have at hand, which is Chuck, but will create a whole new one with Billy. They'll have another big bad to go up against. So at this point, now that they know, or at least they have enough of an inkling of it, they're gonna have to come up with a new plan to kill Chuck while also taking care of Billy. How are they gonna do that? I certainly don't think that Jack being dead to kill Chuck and Amara is required. I think that's a trick that Billy is playing on Jack, making him think that it's required so that he gets out of the way as well. Because he can potentially be more powerful than her, and I believe more powerful than Chuck and Amara as well. Now I'm thinking that at some point the old death has to come back to take back control from her, because she's going really off the reservation. You know, ironically, the one who always rants about keeping the balance, she is trying to take out everything to get control. That's, you know, throwing everything out of balance. What do you even... And the whole... I mean, first of all, I want to talk about Mary, and thankfully she's not coming back. If she comes back, I want it to be only for a confrontation between the boys and her for everything that she did. Maybe even Cass. But I don't want her back otherwise. Especially for Sam. I don't think he has ever gotten to confront her the way Dean has gotten to confront her. So if that happens, that will be great. Otherwise, I don't want her back. And you know, Amara brought her back to let Dean accept the real her. But the real her wasn't just flawed, she was flawed beyond acceptance. They don't know it yet. I don't know if they're ever gonna find out, but I hope they somehow find out exactly how things went down between Jack and Mary on that day, right before she died. I think knowing that Jack accidentally killed her because she freaked him out by hurting him, by pounding on his head till he cracked, that's gonna change their perspective on everything on her, especially, and that what she did was not acceptable. So I think hopefully, I don't know if it's gonna happen, but hopefully Dean can come to the after he finds out about that, Dean can come to the acceptance, and Sam as well, come to the acceptance that they can accept the fact that Mary was flawed beyond acceptance, and she was never going to change. She was never going to be good in any way. And I'm not just talking about the fairy tale Mary versus the real Mary. I'm talking about Mary not being acceptable because she was just doing all things wrong. And after a point, it was a choice. It wasn't a mistake because she was repeating it. So her being unacceptable is something that they need to accept. And Amara needs to accept the same thing about Chuck, that he is unacceptable, that what he's doing is never gonna be forgivable. It's never gonna be okay what he's doing, and she can't just live with her head buried in the sand forever. She can't just accept him the way he is. Some people are just unacceptable. No matter how much you want to forgive them, some people just don't deserve forgiveness because they are just incapable of change. They just cannot redeem themselves. I think that's what set me off so much about Mary, because for 3 years I'd wanted her to redeem herself, and she never did. She never even tried. Like I said, I can forgive a lot. If I can to be able to change her mind eventually, hopefully soon. I think Dean is kind of a little too convinced that she's already on board. She's not on board yet, but I believe she will be soon. I think she's, just like Dean said, living in a dream world where Chuck gives a crap about her, but she has to accept that he doesn't. He is the villain and he has to go. No matter how much she loves him, he is the bad guy, and hence he has to be killed. No matter. First and foremost, I love that phrase, you know that. If you've been watching, Sam and Dean were talking about trapping Chuck with Amara, and with Amara's help. But Billy has told Jack that she actually wants to kill both Chuck and Amara and Jack. So those are two different, those are conflicting ideas. If Chuck is trapped, he's still gonna exist, and so is Amara, and Jack doesn't have to die. He doesn't have to be a bomb to blow them apart. He doesn't have to be a suicide bomber, and the world will continue the way it did when he trapped Amara. I thought that was the plan, but Billy's plan seems to be something completely different. I really don't trust her, and I think she's gonna be back in the next episode or in the episode after that. But I think she's gonna be back in the next episode. It'll be very interesting because Chuck is almost done destroying all the worlds. As you know, Mrs. Butters said she indicated that in the last episode, the interdimensional geoscope, the telescope in the bunker, shows nothing, even at full power, which means that all of the other worlds are already destroyed or very close to being completely destroyed. And apparently that interdimensional geoscope has similar powers to Kaya, I think. With Butters gone, I think Kaya would have to come back to be able to give them eyes into other worlds, so that they have a head start as to when Chuck is coming. So she could be very useful in that sense. Kaya. Kaya could be very useful in that sense. So maybe she'll come back. I hope she does. I love her. So, but I don't know if she will. I don't know. We know that Donna is coming back, but Donna and Kaya didn't exactly have, even though they are both in the Wayward Sisters family, they didn't exactly have much interaction so far that we've seen. Maybe they had a little bit after she went back with Jodie to Sioux Falls in Galaxy Brain. Whatever, I'm all over the place. And then Jack and Cass's case with the sins, I guess, in the church or in the soup kitchen. I'm not completely sure exactly what the difference between a soup kitchen and a homeless shelter and all of those things is, because I'm not American. I've only known of those things through the media, through watching films and TV shows like this. So I think it was a soup kitchen, and but they were serving more than soup, clearly. That soup looked amazing. That girl was, always stay away from religious nuts. The dad was Dr. Sexy. Dr. Sexy dad was kind of a deadbeat dad, and hence his daughter suffered because he didn't pay her enough attention as he did everyone else. And his or her mom, his wife, dead wife, was a religious nut as well, who would rather die because she thinks it's divine plan than go to get herself treated. And that is also something that we've seen before in the episode with Magda. I think it's called American Nightmare, I'm not completely sure. Yeah, episode with Magda, she, well, at least, the mother, even there, the mother was the religious nut who thought that treatment and all the worldly possessions like technology and cars and stuff, they were wrong and should be given up on. And she was, she was crazy, and she also had to be. Magda was alive, but they were willing to let her die because they thought she had an illness, a terminal illness, or at least that's what they said. That's what the world knew, but they were keeping her in the basement and abusing her. Maybe there was a cover, but I do believe that's what they believed. So yeah, that didn't go well. Obviously this wasn't going to go well either. And unfortunately, unlike Magda, this girl with the hairband was named Sylvia. She was just as much of a religious nut as her mom and unable to see her wrongs, and she was killing everyone who wasn't believing in the Christian faith as much as, and the divine plan as much as she was. And the fact that her dad changed the course of or the ways of the church to serve everyone and not just believers, and not just be Bible thumpers handing out Bibles. That obviously hurt her, and she was killing everyone she deemed blasphemous. Not that I'm saying, I mean, she was cutting off each of their fingers at an interval of 3 hours each. That was super crazy. That's super precise and super crazy. And the 7 deadly sins, the demons were not involved. I thought that might be the case, because lust in Magnificent 7 definitely was. She survived that episode because she was exorcised. Unlike some of the other sin demons that were actually killed by Ruby's knife. That was the first appearance of Ruby. I recently watched the episode because I'm rewatching the show. So yeah, I thought maybe those demons would come out somehow, but no, that was just a seven thing, what's in the box thing kind of a thing, where this girl was executing people who were um, displaying those seven deadly sins to her, and she was executing them in very vicious, crazy ways, and yeah, she needed to be taken out, and she was clearly not doing well. But I don't blame her completely, because she lost her mom, who was a nut, a religious nut, so she was affected by that. But her dad was also not paying enough attention to her, and she kind of had a hero complex, it seemed, when he was helping everyone else out but ignoring her own daughter, or his own daughter. So yeah, he was not the best guy himself. He wasn't the best dad, and she suffered because of it and got screwed, and then screwed other people because of it. So there were no winners in that story, I think. And they found out that Cass is an angel. Jack going through everything that was relating to the case, it really threw him for a loop. I knew he was gonna struggle a lot, especially since he got his soul back, but I did not think that he was holding on to such a secret inside of him, just like Cass. Cass also knows that he's gonna die eventually, and he kept that from Sam and Dean. Jack was the only one alive, at least, who knew. Kelly obviously knows, and the MT knows. Yeah, Jack has been keeping that secret about himself dying as the result of Billy's spell, cancelling out Chuck, Amara, and him. She's turning him into a suicide bomber. That's manipulating young people into thinking that they're doing the right thing by killing themselves and killing others in the process. That's dark commentary onto the real world. That's how the youngsters are turned into terrorists by terrorist groups and by cults. So, oh my goodness. Billy's trying to run. Yeah, sorry, my camera ran out of battery again, so I'm recording a little video, exit video on my phone actually. What I was trying to say is that Billy's essentially running a one-man cult, with Jack being the only man in it, or only kid in it. I guess the MT is also involved in it, so I wonder what the MT's take is gonna be in everything, with this everything that's going on, and now I think that Cass is gonna tell Sam and Dean the truth about Jack's plan, or Billy's plan to kill Jack, to kill Chuck and Amara, and not the truth about his own deed, which Jack knows about, and he has kept that secret with him as well. So yeah, I guess like father like son, they're operating on the same notion, and I don't agree with either of those. Or I guess I'm sad about both of those. I think the choice that both of them have made is noble, but it might be useless. At least in Jack's case, I know that it's useless. He doesn't need to die. I don't think Chuck and Amara need to die. Maybe Chuck dies, he could take Chuck's place as the light source of energy, and Amara could be the dark, and that's how the balance is kept. And Billy dies, Amara maybe takes over the world. Jack does. I think Amara would be more suited for the role. She's a lot more mature and capable of ruling over the world, or administering the world, than Jack is at his age. He's very young and very innocent. I think he deserves at least a little bit of Chandler before eventually I guess he would have to take on that role as well. You know, long after the show is done, when it comes back, it's something that's just something that I'm thinking about. That's just in my head. What I'm thinking about beyond the show. But obviously, we'll find out how the show ends. It will be very interesting. So unlike the last episode, this was a mythological episode, even though it involved most of the case. So I guess this is one of those episodes which combines both mythology and a standalone. So I love those episodes. I love all episodes of Supernatural, but I especially enjoy these kinds of episodes because we get the best of both worlds, and the case itself and Sam and Dean's quest to talk to Mara. Both of them were very intriguing and also very stressful. Now I'm gonna stress about it so much for the entire week. Anyways, yeah, I think the old Del needs to come back to set Billy straight, perhaps to replace her. And you know, she's killed, so he becomes dead again, or something. Someone new becomes dead. Maybe Dean does. I don't know. Because of the mark, but I guess that would more lead him to becoming the new Dark Souls or something like that. I don't know. That's just a theory that has floated around for a couple of years, and that Dean could become Death after he killed Death. So maybe that happens. I don't know. As it remains to be seen how things go. So yeah, this was an amazing episode. Matt did an amazing job, and so did everyone in the cast. And I'm stressed. I'm worried. I'm sincerely worried now. Yeah, I told you the last episode was the last one, which was fun before the shit really hits the fan. The shit was like, yeah, we're the fan, and it's hitting us right now. So yeah, I'll see you soon enough for the discussion video. I only talk too much. I'm sorry. So yeah, I'll see you for the discussion video. Until then, goodbye.